I will never, ever forgive myself. I can't even begin to accept this. I want you to be here. Just come back, please. Please. I will spend the rest of my life paying for this.
On June 7th, 2011, the life of 19-year-old Amber Hilberling took a devastating turn when her 23-year-old husband Joshua fell to his death from the 25th floor of their Tulsa apartment. Amber, who was 7 months pregnant at the time, admitted to pushing him during an argument but claimed it was an accident, and her remorse appeared genuine. However, as the detectives delved deeper, disturbing details began to emerge. It quickly became clear that this was far from a straightforward case.
Did you intentionally?
No,
Okay.
of course not.
Okay.
They kept saying if we stay together, I'm gonna kill him. I touched his bones, all broken and sticking out of his body. Everything was bent backwards.
Amber's shifting emotional states raised questions about her sincerity, prompting detectives to wonder whether the incident was truly a mishap or if her guilt was merely a tearful facade masking the truth.
This is a nightmare that's just now getting started.
On June 7th, 2011, a witness named Robert Baker was near the University Club Tower in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when he encountered a horrifying scene. A man falling from the 17th floor of a skyscraper. In disbelief at what he had just witnessed, Robert called 911.
Police department?
Yes, I just saw someone jump out of their window out of probably the 17th, 19th floor of the University Club Tower apartments at 17th and Denver. The glass broke and he fell down.
Okay.
17th floor.
Wow, 17th floor, huh? All right, sir. We got help on the way then.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
When police arrived at the crime scene, they identified the body as that of Joshua Hilberling. They found Amber Hilberling, Joshua's wife, and her grandmother weeping beside his lifeless body. Although Amber seemed visibly shaken by the unexpected incident, there was much more to this alleged tragedy than met the eye. To uncover the full story, she's called into the interrogation room.
You just don't say nothing till your attorney gets here. Okay?
So we're gonna be here for like hours.
Yeah, it'll probably be a long night. But you don't say nothing until your attorney gets here. When they come in, just say, I don't want to say nothing until my attorney gets here. Okay? Don't slip any other way. You just have to stick to that. Because they are, listen to me, they are going to poke you.
I just want to be with Josh. I just want to die.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Amber, you got that baby there.
But this is Josh's baby.
That's right, that's Josh's baby. That's the only thing that Josh has got, is that baby.
He's supposed to be here. I'm such a bad person.
Amber.
No, I don't deserve to live. I don't deserve to be a mom. Josh deserves to be a dad. And Josh isn't even a person anymore.
You can't talk like that.
I'm so sorry.
And you can't talk like that in front of them. You gotta hold it together, baby.
I can't stop seeing Josh fall. I just want to be back in bed, laying with him. That's never gonna happen again.
No.
Why did he have to die? I can't even, like, this is supposed to hurt so much more. I just want to see him smile again. I just want to go back in time. I lost the person I love. The person I couldn't even imagine being separated from is dead. I just want to see him just one more time. I wonder if his parents know yet.
I'm sure they do.
They were right. They kept saying if we stay together, I'm gonna kill him.
Amber seems utterly devastated as she recalls chilling details of the horrific incident, believing that nothing will ever be the same. However, the story is far more complex than it initially appears. As she internalizes the harsh judgment of her in-laws, the dark reality of her marriage begins to surface. She and Joshua had long been struggling, a fact everyone already knew. Despite all the turmoil, the couple continued living together, eventually reaching a point where there was no way out. And now, in just a few seconds, Amber is about to reveal the haunting last moments of her husband's life, revelations that would unexpectedly reshape the entire case.
How did this happen? How did this happen? Why did he have to fall out the window? Fall out a window? Why did Mom put us in that apartment? Why are we there? Why were we there? Why didn't I just leave? He was leaving. I kept just saying, and when he leaves, I'll go to my grandma's. Why didn't I just leave? He'd still be alive.
Were y'all both struggling?
What do you mean?
When you was...
I can't get the image of him out of my head, him falling out the window. I'm just trying to tell myself this isn't real and this is all gonna be over soon. Josh is dead. His bones were sticking out all over his body. His whole body was broken. And I just held him and kissed his cheeks and screamed for him to wake up. This is gonna turn into a nightmare.
You just have to pray. We'll get through it.
I don't deserve to pray. Who am I praying to, Josh? Josh hates me. I'm not even gonna be able to meet him in heaven anymore because he just hates me. I killed him.
The situation is deeply traumatizing for Amber. Even though the formal interrogation is yet to begin, she has already revealed enough potentially incriminating details to place herself in serious trouble, despite insisting that the incident was a mishap. Sensing that every word could be used against her, Amber's grandmother urges her to remain silent. However, this well-meaning warning would spiral into a blunder when she unexpectedly takes on the role of an interrogator, asking more questions than the detectives themselves.
Amber, stop talking like that.
What kind of person am I?
You're a loving person that has been abused by Josh just as well.
No, I'm a horrible person who could do that. Who could do that? Push my husband and make him fall out the window. I wish I could just go back and know that if I pushed him, it was going to happen.
Amber, quit saying you pushed him out the window. Did you intentionally?
No,
Okay.
of course not.
Okay, that's what they're gonna take it as, baby. That's why I said everything that you say, they're going to, in a different matter. Because they're going to say, okay, Amber.
I just don't understand this whole...
Legal system?
No, not that. I don't understand the whole pattern of events of the last year. Us getting married and going to Alaska. Everything in Alaska. Me being pregnant. Coming back here. Getting kicked out of Mom's house. Going to the apartment. And then all for it to just... Josh to just fall out of a high-rise building.
I wish y'all would have never went to the apartment.
I mean, what are the chances? How many times has that happened? All Josh's friends, his family, they're gonna know he died because he fell out of a high-rise apartment. And I just keep watching him fall. Over and over and over again in my head. Watching him flail and think that he, my last thought was, please catch yourself. And I would just want to know what was going through his head. If he knew he was gonna die. If he said a prayer, or if he cursed my name, or if he just thought that he could catch himself too. And then just watching him hit the ground.
Is there no balcony there from the living room?
No. For the rest of my life, everyone's gonna think I'm a murderer. My family. My whole family.
Amber, we don't think that, baby.
All of Tulsa's gonna know. I want to be the one that's dead. I want to be dead, and I want Josh to be here.
What's little Levi gonna do?
They could save him.
So not only does he have to lose his dad, he's got to lose his mama too.
I just have to... I just want to go back. Please, I just want to go back and just not push him, just catch him, something. This can't be real. I mean, I still have my whole life ahead of me. And I was supposed to spend it with Josh. And Josh is dead. My baby's gonna get taken away from me. I can't believe Josh fell. I wish I could just get it out of my head.
I know, baby.
I just want to go to sleep. What am I gonna tell Levi?
That he had a handsome dad, and that he loved him, and you will show his picture to him. And you will show him and tell him the good things about his dad.
But I know what really happened.
What really happened? You don't know what really happened. Y'all were in there. You were struggling.
I can't believe he fell out the window. Why did that happen?
Because it's an apartment up there with a view and y'all...
Why didn't I just leave? Why were we there? Why did he fall? Josh is dead. I just want to know where he's at right now. He's probably talking to his grandpa. That's what I'm saying. This is a nightmare that's just now getting started.
Amber seems to be trapped in a cycle of self-blame, believing she's responsible for her own downfall. Her repeated labeling of herself as a murderer reflects her deep-seated social fear of being perceived as evil. Additionally, her refusal to accept Joshua's death and her desperate yearning to undo what happened reveals a profound denial of its finality. The more her grandmother urges her to stay silent, the more Amber unravels, revealing unsettling truths that will likely haunt her forever. Amber's mental state continues to worsen as she grieves the loss of her husband, but her demeanor sparks an important question. Despite stating the problems they were going through, is she truly remorseful or merely seeking sympathy to cast herself in a better light? Her behavior clearly suggests that she knows what she did stemmed from something darker. Soon, Amber will reveal unpleasant details about her marriage, a twisted journey that eventually drove her to the edge.
You have to remember what I told you. Amber, if you don't do anything else, you got to remember what I told you.
What if it doesn't work?
It'll work. You let the attorney handle it. And they're gonna try to break you. Don't.
I'm just waiting for Josh to walk in the room and tell me that he's sorry and that he loves me so much. I wish I could just get it out of my head. It's never gonna go away. Every time I close my eyes, I'm gonna see it for the rest of my life. I feel so guilty for breathing, for not crying.
You're in shock.
But I feel guilty for just being here. I just want him to be in the hospital. I just kept screaming his name, screaming, saying, "Wake up, please!" And I just waited for him to wake up. Every bone in his body was sticking out. And his eyes were open. And I just looked at him and I just kissed him. And I said, "I'm so sorry, please. I love you, wake up."
Was there anybody else around?
He's gonna have to grow up without a dad. All because of me. I wanna die. I wanna be with Josh. And Josh probably doesn't want to be with me. I just can't imagine what it would feel like to lose Adam or Ariel.
I can't either, baby.
And Josh's family lost him. This is such a bad nightmare. I just want Josh to hold me. Just one more time, and then I'll say goodbye and I'll leave him alone. But at least he'll still be there for Levi and his family.
He's gonna be there. He's gonna look over Levi.
Why did this happen? This is just... This is just only stuff that happens in movies. I killed him.
Amber's remorse feels true, and her mental state shifts constantly between shock and denial, but something feels off. In the wake of such a tragedy, most people would be numb, unable to process what just happened. Yet Amber's thoughts aren't dulled by grief. Instead, they seem strangely composed, almost unsettling. After a long wait, the interrogation is finally set to begin, and Amber chooses to follow the exact steps her grandmother had been coaching her through.
I mean, I know what I have to do.
What is that? What do you have to do? You're gonna have to quit saying that.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's what I'm
didn't.
saying.
You didn't kill him, Amber.
I know, but it was an accident that went wrong, but because of me. Say those things. I know what I have to do to keep me and Levi safe.
No, the only thing that I'm telling you is just for you to talk to your attorney. You have to be open and honest with your attorney. I'm just saying that your emotions right now, you're in shock.
What if I'm not? What if I'm
What?
just a horrible person who can't
You're
cry?
not. You're human. You're in shock. You've seen your husband that you love die. That's shock.
I don't
You're
feel like I'm in shock.
7.5 months pregnant. You're carrying a child.
I don't feel like I'm in shock. I just don't feel anything. I just keep hoping it's all that Josh is just gonna walk in here.
The door.
But he's not. God, I can't take this. I can't take this. I can't do this. I can't. Not only is he dead, but the way he died. I just wish it would leave my head. Every time I close my eyes, I see it. It's like torture. My subconscious just keeps playing it over and over and over again. As if one time seeing it isn't bad enough, I have to see it over and over and over. I just want to save him. I want to save him. I just want to... At least if I can go back and take back the push, at least I can save him.
The push.
The push. I pushed him against the wall and he... Oh my God. At least I could catch him. I tried, but it was all so fast. And I just want to know what his last thoughts were. What could you think? What could go through your head when you're falling to your death?
Was he fixing to... Where was the candle things?
There's like these stand-up candle things like this high. They're just like little wire things, but he was fixing the TV. He was like messing with the TV right here. And the window's right here. And I pushed him and he fell into the window and fell. Oh God. I'm never gonna get over this. I'm never gonna understand it. I mean, I thought divorce was gonna hurt. He's not even here. I can't even talk to him. Every time I pick up my phone, I'm just gonna want to text him.
Let me get your... What's Amber? Is that right?
Yeah.
Our other detective's here. I think he's talking to one of the witnesses now. And he's got to talk to another one, then they'll be in here, all right?
For forever. I'm only 19. I have the next 60 years to think about this. To let it torture me. I'm never gonna find someone that I love more than Josh. I'm never gonna find someone as perfect for me as he was. And I ruined all of it. God, why did I do that? God, I just want to go back.
What, the first time y'all got to fight?
I killed him. He's dead.
From the very beginning, Amber's grandmother insisted she remain silent, unaware that Amber had already confessed everything multiple times. They had unknowingly fallen victim to the detectives' tactics, not realizing their entire conversation was being recorded. In truth, the only thing they should have done was remain silent. Although Amber refused to talk to the detectives without an attorney present, she had already revealed enough details to eventually lead to her arrest.
All broken and sticking out of his body. Everything was bent backwards. I rolled him over and just held him. I didn't care. I'm gonna have this baby and it's gonna be just like Josh. And I'm scared because it's gonna remind me of him every day. Look like him. And I was supposed to enjoy it with Josh. And I stole that from Josh. I stole his whole life away from him. He's 23. He's never gonna watch. He's not gonna be there when Levi's born. He's not gonna watch him grow up. Watch him get married, see him upgrade again. Oh my God.
It's okay, baby.
I mean, what if you lost Papa before anything ever even got to happen? I'm so sorry. What kind of person am I? I don't deserve to be here. How can I push Josh out the window? I mean, why? Why?
That was not.
I just want to be with him. I can't accept the fact that he's not here anymore. I refuse to do that. I'm not looking forward to all the nights. I'm gonna spend crying. I'm waking up screaming. Dreaming about him.
That's why we have therapists to help.
Dreaming about what happened. Every time I just see it. I can't get it out of my head now. I just can't imagine how his parents feel. Or how his brother's gonna feel. He's all the way in Afghanistan. Him and his brother have grown up protecting each other.
Hi, are you Amber?
Yes.
Yeah, my name's Jeff Elton. I'm very sorry. Very sorry. I'm sorry, you...
I'm her grandmother, Gloria Bowers.
Oh, okay. Very sorry. We went through this. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you, get a statement as to what happened.
You want
Can I
me
talk
to
to you? Yeah,
step?
can I talk to her in private?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks. How old are you?
19.
19?
I don't,
How long you guys been
I
married?
can't make a statement. I don't want this to turn out bad.
Okay. Okay, well,
My mom, I think, is calling an attorney,
okay. Is that what you want to do?
and I'm not supposed to say anything till he gets here.
Okay. Who is your attorney?
I don't know.
Okay. What's your mom's?
Rhonda Whitlock.
Rhonda Whitlock. Okay. And, you know her phone number?
Baby, I will never, ever forgive myself. I can't even begin to accept this. I want you to be here. Just come back, please. Please. I love you. I love you so much. I hope you are happy. I will spend the rest of my life paying for this. Oh my gosh.
Don't push on it. You'll get it.
I look at this and I think of all this stuff on Josh. Everything was split open. You could see his bones and blood and guts. And I was hoping maybe he'd just fall and break his leg or something.
You was hoping he would fall?
No, I mean, while he was falling, all these thoughts were running through my head, like, please catch yourself, just...
Okay, why did you... Was you fixing to go out the door?
What do you mean?
When you fixing to come over my house?
Yeah, I was waiting for him to leave. I didn't even yell at him or anything. I don't know what happened. He was the one walking around yelling at me, being mean, and I was just cleaning up the glass. I didn't say anything mean to him. I didn't yell at him. I just sat in the bathroom crying so hard I was throwing up. And he came in there and said, I've got all these options. He said, you want me, he kept saying, what do you want to do? And I said, please make your own decisions. And he said, okay, I will. He said, I want to work things out with you, but we need to be separated for a while. He had already talked to his dad.
He had done talk to him?
Yeah, he had just got off the phone with him. His dad was at work, so his dad was going to pick him up after he got off of work. That's why he was going with his friend. And he was on the phone with his friend, and he just hung up with his... I mean, I don't even know if he was on the phone. I don't know.
Well, then you come out of the bathroom?
Yeah, he had dumped all my laundry out. And I was putting it all back in there. I just don't understand why. I just wish I could go back. And just have left.
Well, you gathered your laundry up when you fixing to go out the door?
Yeah, and I couldn't leave because the guy was in there measuring the window that Josh had broke.
Was all this going on with the guy there?
He was out on the balcony, measuring the window from the outside on the balcony, from the bedroom, and we were in the living room.
Oh. So it was somebody in the...
Yeah, so I couldn't leave because the guy was in there measuring the apartment.
Were y'all hollering and stuff?
No. We weren't yelling or anything. Josh was yelling, but not while the guy was in there.
Where was the guy? Had he left?
No, he was there when Josh
Still
fell.
there? He was still there?
Yeah, he was out on the balcony, and he heard me start screaming. I was screaming. Just screaming, running around. And I ran out the door to go down the elevator to go get Josh. And he came out and he was like, oh my God, he fell. And I was like, I know. I was like, I have to go get him.
On March 19th, 2013, Amber Hilberling was convicted of second-degree murder. Although she maintained that she acted in self-defense, the jury disagreed, concluding that she had pushed Joshua in a fit of rage, as there were no signs of struggle in the apartment. Initially, Amber rejected a 5-year plea deal, believing she could win the case on the grounds of self-defense. Ultimately, however, she was sentenced to 25 years in prison. On October 25, 2016, while serving her sentence at the Mabel Bassett Correctional Center, Amber was found hanging in her cell. The autopsy revealed the cause of death as asphyxia, with traces of meth in her system. Regina Striplin, a former Tulsa County detention officer, recalled Amber expressing deep remorse, saying, "I have to live with that. I killed my husband. I'm going to have to tell my son someday that I killed his father." Regina stated that she wasn't surprised by Amber's death. Amber's guilt was undeniable and raw, but somewhere between impulse and reason, there existed a better path, one that could have prevented a tragedy that ultimately claimed not just one, but 2 lives. Share your thoughts on this disturbing case in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.